motorcycle sitting there, a bike I didn't use and didn't want. So I donated it to public television, and they took care of everything. In addition to supporting my favorite programs, I earned a tax deduction. Turn something you don't need into something you really want. Contact the Vehicle Donation Program.
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World.
Hello, I'm Paula Kerger, President and CEO of PBS. We know that you have many choices on TV, and I just want to say thank you for choosing to watch Arizona PBS. In addition to offering the best of our national content, from the PBS NewsHour to PBS Kids, your station presents exceptional programs that focus on the issues important to your family and your community. As we look to the future, we promise that we will continue to offer content that educates, inspires, and entertains. Thank you so much for your support of Arizona PBS.
When you want to be more informed, Arizona PBS delivers news and analysis with multiple perspectives, thanks to financial support from you and
Friendship Village Tempe, a retirement community for over 30 years, offers independent living with residency options, lifelong learning classes, as well as continuing care. Information at friendshipvillageaz.com.
Conversar para aprender. Las conversaciones entre usted y su bebé o pequeñín le ayudarán a aprender a leer bien y a tener éxito en la escuela. Describir lo que usted hace cuando lo hace es una sencilla forma de integrar conversar para aprender en su rutina diaria. Para más consejos e información sobre conversar para aprender, visite readonarizona.org/español.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Phoenix City Council voting right now on the future of the Suns in Arizona.
Plus, dead bodies on display while a local religious group wants to shut the exhibit down.
And he's coming back. Despite retirement rumors, Fitz officially announces his return to the Arizona Cardinals.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Eliav Gabay.
And I'm Imani Stevens. Thank you for joining us. Phoenix City Council just began voting on renovations for the Talking Stick Resort Arena, the home of the Phoenix Suns.
Cronkite News reporter Taylor Rocha is live at Phoenix City Hall with the latest. Taylor?
Here at Phoenix City Hall, the vote to approve the Suns' $230 million renovation plan is underway. If the vote goes through, the city is responsible for $150 million of that pretty big chunk. As we were walking in, it seems like opinions are pretty split.
And since 1991, I have seen the Suns contribute to the spirit of what we do by grants, helping us whenever we need them for special events, coming down and speaking to our kids.
Other teams will gladly come here. We had no major sports teams back then when the Suns came. They were number one. Now they're not. We didn't have the fantastic convention center. We didn't have Herberger. We didn't have ASU downtown. They're not a major anchor tenant anymore.
There are a lot of people in the chamber right now, and a lot of people are looking to get their voices heard, so we're expecting this meeting to run quite a bit longer before we have a vote. We'll keep you updated when we know more. In downtown Phoenix, Taylor Rocha, Cronkite News.
Facing charges for sexually assaulting and impregnating a woman in a vegetative state. Phoenix police say 36-year-old Nathan Sutherland was a caregiver at Hacienda Healthcare Facility for the 29-year-old victim. A DNA test matched Sutherland to the baby born late December. Investigators say the baby is out of the hospital and is, quote, doing quite well.
An exhibition at the Odyssey in Scottsdale displaying dead bodies is facing some heat from a religious group that claims the cadavers used are obtained illegally. And as Ashley Carter reports, the group is working to get the exhibition shut down.
The Bodies Revealed exhibit came to the Odyssey Aquarium in Scottsdale last May. According to the website, more than 200 cadavers in the exhibit have been preserved to help visitors understand the human body. Groups worldwide have protested displays like these.
See yourself like never before.
The Arizona Falun Dafa Association is a religious organization. Members say the bodies used are those of unclaimed prisoners who died while incarcerated for their religious beliefs.
In prison, these practitioners were persecuted, and after they were persecuted to death, their bodies were sold out and were taken around the world to make profit.
People are truly ignorant of where the bodies come from and the persecution. I've been talking about the persecution for 18 years now, and I've only found 6 people that already knew about it in the United States.
The Odyssey Aquarium declined an interview request, but sent a statement from Premier Exhibitions that read, in part, quote, "Each body and organ specimen in the exhibition came from individuals who died of natural causes and who consented to donate their bodies for medical and scientific purposes, including public education." The donations were made to several universities in China, primarily Nanjing Medical University. But there are still some questions.
There was an independent study undertaken by 3 human rights experts who determined that they were not confident that there were careful records demonstrating that the bodies came from donors who willingly consented to have their remains used, plastinated and used and displayed in these ways. So I'd be pretty suspicious of this particular exhibit.
The exhibit is scheduled to be open until May. In the Broadcast Center, Ashley Carter, Cronkite News.
We're now 32 days into the partial government shutdown. Now that President Trump has announced he'll move forward with the State of the Union address, House reps from both sides are speaking up. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is encouraging Trump to put the address on pause because of security concerns during the shutdown. But House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy supports the president's decision to give the annual address. This morning, both politicians took a stand.
It doesn't matter what crisis America had in the past, that we were able to still have a State of the Union. It didn't matter if there was a different party between a speaker and a president, we still had the State of the Union inside those chambers. It didn't matter that we were shut down, that we could actually swear in Congress. This is no time to play politics. This is an opportunity actually to solve problems and hear from the president.
Sadly, with this shutdown, the White House is not showing respect for the American people. The senseless and prolonged shutdown is inflicting chaos across the country, and certainly in Washington, D.C., on public safety, on civil aviation, on housing, on health and financial security, and every other dimension of families' lives.
President Trump is set to make his speech early next week.
As the shutdown continues, food banks are feeling the strain. Those with government assistance for food and federal employees who aren't being paid are now needing more help to put food on the table. I talked with those who work to feed those in need.
I happen to have the day off today, so we came out to help.
Brian Bentley is usually at his job, working as a lead TSA officer at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, but he is among those affected by the shutdown.
My family is struggling as much as anyone. My family's trying to help out to meet ends, and my church too, but it can only last.
He helped with this food drive at a Queen Creek church, but he's unsure how much longer he'll be able to pay his bills on time if the shutdown drags on.
I don't know what's going to happen come February 1st.
On top of that, SNAP benefits were given out about 2 weeks earlier than normal, and there's no date for when the next food assistance could come.
If the government shutdown continues into February, we're serving government workers that we normally don't serve at the food bank, and then we get an influx of folks from that are getting by on food stamps and not using food bank services. That really makes for a perfect storm for food banks.
A storm that Angie Rogers of the Association of Arizona Food Banks says they are prepared for.
Some very fortunate circumstances right now. It's produce season in Arizona and in northern Mexico, so we are receiving a lot of fresh produce.
With the growing number of people in need, AFGE Local 1250, a union for TSA officers that Bentley serves as executive vice president for, is continuing to step in and help their co-workers until there's a resolution in Washington.
Public service is why all of us have really came into the federal government. After what happened in 9/11, you ask anyone, that's why they came.
St. Mary's Food Bank has held a food bank drive for TSA officers and employees at the Phoenix Indian Medical Center. There are not any upcoming dates for mobile food drives as of yet.
Leave a place cleaner than you left it. A common phrase taught to many of us as children. But with no one to enforce the rule, how many people actually follow it? Cronkite News reporter Nicole Hernandez spoke with volunteers in the Coconino National Forest who say the government shutdown left the ranger station trashed.
Red Rock Ranger Station in Sedona stood empty and trash-ridden for weeks.
I was really disappointed. I was very disgusted when I saw that.
Arizona Natural History Association, or ANA, is a nonprofit organization that runs a gift shop at the ranger station. For the first few weeks of the government shutdown, this building was completely empty, so doing something as simple as getting a map was impossible for visitors. The U.S. Forest Service opened the doors for ANA, allowing them to keep the ranger station going during the shutdown. Now visitors can learn about Sedona, getting help and souvenir stamps during their stop, and understanding how to care for the park in the absence of rangers.
To me, it says that people are not informed. And so for us to be here and inform them, it once again becomes such a big responsibility for us.
Yeah, they're wonderful. They're really friendly. Volunteers, huh? It's like they're happy to be here.
You're very welcome.
The ANA employees who normally get paid for their work in the stations are going without a paycheck. And since they aren't federal employees, they won't get back pay.
My husband is also a federal employee, so that's 2 incomes not coming in to our house.
But they still show up, assisting the 300 to 500 people who show up every day.
It's not just a job, it's what we do.
In Sedona, Nicole Hernandez, Cronkite News.
Volunteers stress that educating visitors is important, especially those who come from out of the country and don't know anything about the current government shutdown.
We've seen some cooler weather today here in the Valley.
Jordan Evans is in the Cronkite Weather Center. Jordan, are we going to warm up anytime soon?
Yes, the good news is that we will see afternoon highs start to warm up, but those mornings, they're still going to be pretty chilly. In fact, right now in downtown Phoenix, this is at I-10 in Litchfield Park as the sun begins to set there on downtown Phoenix. Looking for a very beautiful night tonight. Those temperatures, however, in the 60s, so we are pretty below average currently, and those dew points down into the teens, which means there's plenty of dry out there, and that's why our nights, I should say, are going to remain pretty chilly. Temperatures across the state right now up in the 40s in the high country, 50 degrees out in Sedona, 59 degrees currently in Tucson for you guys. And for tonight, we're still going to be tracking freezes for the Four Corners region all the way down to Flagstaff and along the rim. Payson will freeze as well, as so will Globe, in the 40s for the valley and areas off to the west. So as we come into your full forecast later on the show, I'll let you know when the 70s return for the valley.
Surviving and thriving. Up next, how 2 DACA recipients are impacting the Arizona economy and making their dreams come true.
Plus, date nights could start costing you more, and minimum wage may be to blame. We'll tell you why after the break.
I'm Judy Woodruff, anchor and managing editor of the PBS NewsHour. The journalists of tomorrow face a fast-changing media landscape, but quality news remains vitally important to our communities, our country, and our world. At ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication, students learn solid, reliable reporting, holding the powerful accountable, and rebuilding the public's trust. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS, preparing the next generation for a stronger future of journalism.
In exchange for border wall funding and an end to the government shutdown, President Trump offered to extend protections for temporary status holders and deferred action for childhood arrivals, or DACA recipients. Cronkite News reporter Marcela Baedo spoke with 2 female entrepreneurs who have built a local business that may be in limbo if a permanent DACA solution is not reached.
As DACA continues to be tied up in the courts, local DACA recipients are still weighing their options. I spoke with business owners that said despite the uncertainty, they are still expanding their brand and contributing to the Arizona economy.
In this Phoenix print shop, dreams are created one t-shirt at a time. Ganas, an athletic apparel brand, combines cultural images with a message of health and wellness. With help from the community, Carla Chavarria and Maxima Guerrero launched the brand in 2016. both of them coming to the United States as children from Mexico. Chavarria and Guerrero are DACA recipients whose futures in the United States are uncertain, but despite the challenges, they say they're persevering.
The least of what I try to think about and like how do I move forward from like whatever situation I'm in, right? And what you can do with what you have.
That kind of spirit has helped as they've become female business owners and while also facing the stigma that can come from being a DACA recipient.
You know, how much hate we receive, we're still gonna push and we're still gonna contribute to our own well-being, which is also the basis of the company.
Chavarria and Guerrero are just two of the more than 700,000 DACA recipients in the United States, according to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Their brand has been able to contribute to the U.S. economy by creating apparel just like this.
And the truth of the matter is that they're contributing quite a bit into our economy. They're contributing about $40 million in state and local taxes, and also another $26 million in federal taxes.
For Chavarria and Guerrero, their business is not only a way to survive, but a way to thrive.
Someone who is undocumented, who is capable of creating their own business and brand, but also a way for us to take ownership of our lives.
Okay. The company says that they are both locally sourced and locally printing here in Arizona and are working on expanding their business. In the media center, Marcelo Vallejo, Cronkite News.
Minimum wage workers in Arizona are getting 50 cents more per hour this year in their paychecks. Reporter Kyle Dowd explains how this increase could affect your wallet.
Local businesses, both small and tall, now pay their minimum wage workers $11 an hour because of Proposition 206. The wage increase is being done in steps and will reach $12 an hour next year.
I feel like some people need the money now, but they're forced to slowly move up. But I mean, I guess some raise is better than none.
The Greater Phoenix Chamber of Commerce represents 2,400 businesses. It recently surveyed its members and found more than half said Prop 206 took a toll on their bottom line.
We have always had the stance that it was going to have a negative impact on businesses, especially small business.
For minimum wage employees, paid sick leave and an extra 50 cents an hour can go a long way. But the businesses that pay those wages must find ways to compensate. Of the businesses I spoke with, 70% said they have or plan to raise their prices this year. But it's not just wages that have gone up. One restaurant owner I spoke with, who declined an on-camera interview, said distributors have raised their prices as well, hurting his profit margins.
To further put pressure on businesses in this manner by increasing it a dramatic amount, as high as it was included in the proposition, has resulted in higher prices, lost jobs, and hours being cut.
Despite these challenges, Montserrat says the pay increase does more good than bad, considering the number of minimum wage workers affected.
The vast majority of those who are working minimum wage currently have kids that are in their 30s. They don't have a way to move up to a higher job.
In Phoenix, Kyle Dowd, Cronkite News.
In 2020, the minimum wage increase will take hourly wages to $12, a nearly $4 increase from the minimum wage in 2016 when Prop 206 was passed.
The legend of Larry Fitzgerald continues for the Cardinals.
Coming up on Cronkite News, we take a look at Fitz's continuing impact on Arizona, both on and off the field.
And high pressure is back, taking control of our forecast just in time for the weekend. I'll let you know when the 70s return to the valley coming up. With wildfires, a scarcity of water, and other environmental issues facing the Earth today, it's critical to stay up to date with local impacts of a changing climate. That's why we created Elemental, covering sustainability, a multimedia collaboration between public television and radio stations. From climate change to water conservation to renewable energy and much more, Elemental covers the latest in sustainability news. Find our stories on our website, elementalreports.com.
Stay in the know on the go. At Cronkite News, we work hard to report the facts and keep you updated, whether we're on set or on the scene.
Taking it from the studio to the field. So I'm here in South Phoenix.
In Phoenix, we're just a click away. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or find us online at cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
One of the longest tenured athletes in Arizona sports history is not hanging up his cleats yet.
That's right, Imani. Despite retirement rumors, Larry Fitzgerald is returning to the Cardinals in 2019. Cronkite News reporter Bailey O'Carroll joins us now with the details. Bailey?
It'll be year number 16 for number 11. Cardinals wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald signed a one-year deal this morning to remain with the team. Fitz's entire career has been played with the Cards, and his impact on the field has been undeniable. But he's been equally as impressive off of it with his work in the community. We talked to the receiver this past summer about the support he's gotten from fans right here in the Valley.
It's been a great deal. You know, you never take it for granted, you know, to have the support of the community and so many people that continue to turn out and, you know, help grow it and give your program visibility. So I'm very thankful, humbled, and, you know, I just hope I can continue to rise to the occasion.
Retirement rumors have been swirling around Fitz for the past few seasons. This morning, he took to Instagram to explain why he will be making a return. He wrote, "A fire burned inside of me my rookie year, a desire over all else to be great, to excel on the field, to impact the lives of others off of it." He went on to say that nothing excites him more than continuing to chase that greatness. And I think it's safe to say Cardinals cornerback Patrick Peterson is excited about Fitz's return. He couldn't believe the news and thought that Fitz was going to call it quits. Now, saving the best for last, former Cards kicker and CBS Sports' Jay Feely said, "You can't get a better teammate or face of your franchise. He does everything the right way, works hard, studies diligently, never gets in trouble, and his greatest quality, he treats everyone he meets with respect, kindness, and dignity." Jay, I couldn't have said it better myself. Fitz opens his 16th season in September. Bailey O'Carroll, Cronkite News.
Well, Larry's back in Arizona, but will the Heat come back?
I sure hope so. Jordan, what can we expect?
So the warm-up is on the way for the Valley. You know, lately it's been jackets all day, but I think we're going to start to get into a pattern of jackets in the morning and T-shirts in the afternoon.
Okay.
As we go outside right now, actually looking at temperatures across the nation, Atlanta has us beat. It's 67 right now. Today's a pretty cool day. We're a few degrees below average, but the warm-up begins as we head into tomorrow. So looking at those highs across the entire state tomorrow, still going to be up in the 40s up in Flagstaff along the rim, 55 in Sedona, 70 will be our high temperature here in the Valley tomorrow, and Yuma going to be the hot spot at 72 degrees for tomorrow. So there's high pressure building in. It's going to build in just in time for the weekend. Keep our winds out of the west up in the upper atmosphere, which is a prime source for a lot of that dry air, which is why rain chances aren't going to be anything to worry about for the rest of the week. But if you want to start making weekend plans now, this is what we have to look at for our weekend planner, where we've got 40s in the morning, 60s kick in by the lunch hour, and then for those afternoon temperatures, 70s will be the case there. So take the family out on a hike, or have dinner on the patio, I should say, because it's going to be a gorgeous weekend for the upcoming weekend, I should say. But those 70s, we're going to be really getting to set in as we head into tomorrow. Mid-70s taking off just in time for the weekend. Abundant sunshine staying with us as well. We'll put those temperatures on repeat all the way until Monday.
Overcoming obstacles, a father shows his daughter she's capable of doing anything.
How he used his own 2 feet to inspire his little girl while honoring his late son at the same time.
As journalists at Cronkite News, we report on stories that matter to you by focusing on the local impact. We dig deeper and work tirelessly to keep you informed.
Live in Wickerburg.
Live in Los Angeles.
In Cleveland, in Washington, in Louisville.
From Jerusalem. Live in Philadelphia. From around the world to right here in Phoenix.
At Cronkite News, we report the facts and stick to the truth.
As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night.
The song came from my mother's fear. You know, you're going out on the road and these girls are coming up and to you, and he wrote, "I walk the line. I'm gonna stay true to you."
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
Here at Cronkite News, we have producers who craft shows that make an impact on our community. Our broadcasts allow students to be involved in all levels of production, from producing to directing. We are guided by highly respected professionals who mentor the journalists of tomorrow. From technical directing to teleprompting and beyond, our production crew works tirelessly to produce meaningful and award-winning shows. We are Cronkite News on Arizona PBS.
After being born with a rare eye condition, one Valley man found running with his uncle as his niche.
As Blaine McCormick reports, now he runs organized races in Phoenix with a driving purpose.
Even with this enlarged print, comfortable-wise, I read this close.
Ryan Davies suffers from aniridia, a rare eye disorder that significantly limits his vision. For him, running provides an escape.
It freed my mind, and I felt like I was doing something that a lot of people don't want to do.
But he doesn't just run for himself. He runs for his children. Davies crossed the finish line at the Rock and Roll Arizona Half Marathon Sunday, holding a photo of his late son Grayson in 2 hours and 6 minutes. Grayson died at age 3 after he was born with myotubular myopathy, a form of muscular dystrophy.
Gosh, I just hope he's just looking down, because, I mean, you got to have the faith of that. And you just got to have faith that he is looking down, because you never know what's the afterlife.
While he runs in memory of his late son, he also runs with 7-year-old daughter Mackenzie on his mind. She has the same eye condition as her father, but she also shares his passion for running, participating in Saturday's Kids Rock 1-mile race and frequently running with her dad.
Dad is my best friend ever.
Ryan will run with a full heart in Boston in April. He earned a spot in the Boston Marathon after beating the qualifying time for visually impaired athletes at the 2017 Buckeye Marathon. In Tempe, Blaine McCormick, Cronkite News.
Davies said every medal he earns from a race, he gives directly to his daughter.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we will get a legislative update from Republican leaders, and we'll ask Congresswoman Debbie Lesko about the government shutdown and more. That's on the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Judy Woodruff. On the next NewsHour, disease detectives, how tracking outbreaks when they happen could prevent a global pandemic. That's Wednesday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from...
I'm David Goldstein, owner of Biltmore Loan and Jewelry. We buy or loan on upscale assets. We have over 30 years of experience in determining values of automobiles, jewelry, art, collectibles, and antiques. For more information and appointments, BiltmoreLoan.com.
Support comes from Robeson Resort Communities. It was Ed Robeson's idea, giving active adults the freedom of expression through thoughtful design inside the home and out. With 6 active adult communities in Phoenix and Tucson to choose from. If there's such a thing as getting to a good place in life, this is it.
Coming soon to Arizona PBS.
I'm Ted Simons, host and managing editor of Arizona Horizon. Join us Tuesday night at 10 for a special live edition of Arizona Horizon as we analyze the President's State of the Union address from Washington. Our political experts will discuss the speech and review the President's second year in office. A special live Arizona Horizon Tuesday at 10, only on Arizona PBS.
Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
Arizona PBS provides you great musical performances all year long. And now we have some of the best seats for you to see some of your favorite acts live and in concert. Arizona PBS Box Office presents a backstage pass for you to meet world-class performers and offers a chance to see exciting performances before they sell out. This month, Arizona PBS Box Office presents